Welcome to the Linecheck podcast. It's me, Brennan Villarreal, your host. And today I'm in the studio with El Chilito and Kids of Immigrants, Debbie and Evelyn Gonzales. How's it going, guys?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course.
How's it going?
It's good to have you in the studio. I got this new microphone. It's made out of hot sauce for some reason. I don't know. Anyways, I love your guys' hot sauce. It's so good. It's a spicier, bolder, smoky tapatio.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
I'll
like
take
that.
it.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
And it's thicker.
Yeah.
She's thick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't drip off your breakfast burrito. It like sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like
It
that.
sticks
Yeah.
and it's thick.
I didn't make this stuff up. I just came up with on the fly right now.
Off the dome.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty accurate. I would agree.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Got it down.
Buildable spice. we
Yeah.
like to
Yeah.
say.
We had someone
and it's
say-
spicy. Like it
My dad
kicks.
says it's spicy, but it's good.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
like his tagline.
That's how spice needs to be. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zarek over here, he
to,
loves
you
spicy
need to feel
food.
it. We don't like it when it like completely overpowers, but you need to like feel
Yeah.
something. Taste
Exactly.
something. So
Exactly. This would
Yep.
be really good with the prawns I made this morning. Or not this morning. I didn't eat prawns for breakfast. For lunch, we did a chili or crab fat chili butter. But it's just like a little mild, but a little bit of this in that butter
Yeah. Yeah.
with some lime.
Ooh.
Yeah.
throw the
That sounds
recipe.
bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. How's your guys' day today?
It was good.
Great, wholesome.
Nice
Pool
Sunday.
party.
Summer
It's
Sunday.
hot out there,
Yeah.
so you're either in the house or if we went to the pool today, which was amazing.
I did too.
Shout out to the public pools.
Yeah.
We
They're
enjoy them.
They're very nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
I used
Yeah.
to go to them when I was little.
Everyone's doing cannonballs, diving. It was like pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So let's tell the audience a little bit about how Kids of Immigrants started. We'll go
Yes.
into that first, and then we'll go into El Chilito.
Sounds
So
good.
I'll ask Debbie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And what Kids of Immigrants is also.
Yes.
Yeah. For you guys that don't know.
for sure. Well, Kids of Immigrants is a clothing brand. It's a community. It's a movement. It's who we are as individuals, as creatives, as people. And it really started with the co-founders, Wella and Daniel. Both Kids of Immigrants. One's from families from Liberia. The other one's Honduran, family from Honduras. And it was just like, wow, we have so many similarities. And the thread line was, oh shit, we're Kids of Immigrants, So there was like, they bonded on so many things. And then Daniel and I were styling partners, and also just kind of bonded on being like these kids that never felt like we belonged in these creative worlds and fashion and music. And anyways, fast forward, they wanted to create a brand that was like not only unapologetically Kids of Immigrants, but like that we found pride and that really spread love, because that was like their goal, was to make love the coolest shit ever. And so 8 years later, it's manifested into like a huge community, a brand, and something that we're just kind of super inspired by daily to continue to meet people, and connect with more Kids of Immigrants and share our stories, and really just an outlet to be creative, So yes, in a nutshell, that is who we are. And then, I do creative direction for the brand. And I think what Kids of Immigrants sparked for me was just like really leaning into your roots and your culture and like embracing that. I think growing up, we're always like either embarrassed or not too really proud of saying who we are, or like representing, telling our stories and stuff like that. So I think what Kids of Immigrants and kind of just that collective really planted in me was that, you know what, you got to own that shit and you got to be proud of it. And so El Chilito manifested, during COVID, and it's that. It's like preserving our culture, our heritage, our family's recipe. It's like a legacy. It's like a lot of family, a lot of
a
love,
bottle.
and yeah, I'll let you kind of share a little bit more on, I guess, El Chilito, but yeah, it's our baby.
That's awesome because I'm second generation Filipino American, and my mom is Kids of Immigrants, and growing up, they were like be American as possible to try to fit into the culture when they immigrated here in 1979 from the Philippines. And as I'm trying to find my Filipino roots now, now that like my uncles and aunts and my mom, they were kind of like stripped away from the culture being Filipino. It's still inside them, in their blood, and my grandma's still alive right now and teaching them, but they definitely like lost. They don't know how to speak the language, and all our cousins are like, I want to be super Filipino, like, and it's just awesome to be able to be just proud of your culture, and it's really cool to see that today, because I wish
it's definitely different times.
Yeah, different times. Like they're just trying to fit in their school and like speak English. So it's good that we're able to just be proud to be who we are.
Yeah, and I think even 8 years ago when we first came up with the name and the brand, it was like, why are you gonna name your brand that? Like immigrants? That's like too political. That's too like. But it was like that's who we are, you know. Yeah, and I think the world now is a little more open, and like there's a major shift of like you see it anywhere in any creative space and food, people like tapping back into their roots, and like what you guys do, it's all really inspiring, and it makes you feel like, okay, we're not alone and we're back, like we're really reclaiming all of our roots.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then El Chilito was born.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have our little baby.
our pandemic COVID baby. Yes. I guess we can go into like a little bit about it.
Yeah.
No, our dad, he always wanted to start.
That's him.
He always, so the little chili pepper is our dad in the chile form. It's so funny. One time we're like, Dad, that's you in the chile form. He's like, I'm not a pepper.
I don't look like that.
But yeah, he always wanted us to have a business together as a family and like to work together. So during COVID was when we had downtime.
Yeah, and you're really together.
We're one together, and then like work is just slow. So it's kind of like, I mean, what else do you do?
Exactly.
It's like, that was obviously we all kind of experienced COVID in different ways, and that time was like. Also, I feel like I was just also more open and like receptive towards like what the stories he was telling us, and so I remember specifically like him telling the story about like, and my dad's so animated, he's like making sound effects and like all the expressions and like voices, and turns into like my grandma and stuff, or great grandma, and he was just sharing how like she would make it from scratch, and he would be like looking over the counter and like, go get me this pineapple vinegar, and he would like run over and grab it, and like, everything's made from scratch because it's like back in the, I don't know, like 50s.
Yeah.
A long time ago. And so I was just like, wow, it kind of had a moment. I was like, if he never told us this story, like we would never have this recipe, right? Or like within our family, like that coveted hot sauce, or like that coveted, originally it's for birria, but like if he never told us that story and how my great grandmother made that pineapple vinegar from scratch, like we lose that, we lose so much of that history and story. And so to me, I was like, okay, how do you make it? Like, we need to write down the recipe. And obviously,
Yeah.
Immigrant parents, or just like parents in their recipes, it's like a sprinkle of that, like a dash of this, and like
they let their ancestors guide them. There's no exact numbers. It's
and
just
so just like how are we gonna how are we going to do this? And every time he'd be like, and we'd kind of try to write down like what he was doing and try to measure it. But it was so difficult.
That was like a half teaspoon or something like that.
Oh yeah. It's like a pinch here. It's like no actual measurements. It's just, like you said.
Eyeball.
Just vibes.
Just vibes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I've been thinking about this a lot is my grandma has so many recipes, and she just eyeballs it. And I was like, I need to like go to her house and be like, how do you cook this or how do you cook that? Just to like preserve that history,
Sure.
Yeah.
and from what her parents taught her, their great grandparents taught them.
Yeah.
And just like to have that piece of history. And it's like not so much just like for myself, but just to have and pass it down to my kids,
Yeah.
It's
and
important.
there's definitely technique, even if there's like, not professionally trained, but there's technique behind like, I don't know, the way they throw the thing, whether it's like how they like, scoop it out of something or like boil it at a certain temperature versus not. And like,
yeah, I made sinigang for my grandma one time and I just made it the way that like my intuition tells me I should make it from this like cooking experience. And I made it wrong and she was so mad at me and she's like, that's not the way you do it. He's like, you gotta leave the meat in there and cover it.
Yeah.
And that's it. You don't add the seasoning and all that, whatever. I'm like,
see, even
and then I did it her way, and then she
it
was happy, and I was like, I got it now. That's how you have to make it.
Wow, the approval of
the beef neck,
the grandma approval.
Yeah,
it's so funny being in the kitchen with them too, or like with the older generation and them teaching you how to do things. Because even like when we're in the kitchen with our dad, he's like, no, you got to do it like this, and we've had to get the recipe down in a way that we're able to scale it. So there's, certain measurements that we have on lock and everything. But my dad will still be like, needs more salt. It needs more.
Oh, that's his favorite thing. Is it still needs more salt. Always. Like
all the time.
Even the time when we added more salt, he's like,
honestly,
still
it's hard for hot sauce sometimes when you add salt, especially when you have to taste it and it's like spicy. And then you think it needs more salt and you're like, wait. Am I playing with my head right now?
The amount of times that we have to reset because our palate is completely
gone.
shot in the beginning when we were formulating.
Oh my God.
It was so funny. We were just like, okay, we'll be back tomorrow. Or like, we'll reschedule next week. So that's a lot of like, that was a fun time.
Yeah.
How was it like after you guys bottled this up? Like what were the next steps to like turning this into more of a brand and like family owned business? And you guys do lots of pop-ups and different things, and all the other stuff that you guys do, like combining them together, because I feel like you guys like, when I just think of like El Chilito, I think of just like you guys and your dad.
Yeah. It started from our house, so just like very homegrown, like us bottling it, us like everything in the kitchen.
Initially, it was just for our friends and family too. So we were literally, and we don't have a commercial kitchen, so we'd have to like block out a whole week. Like, okay, what week are we gonna be making El Chilito? And because we would use 5-gallon like tubs, and they had a nozzle on them, right? And so we would spend time like individually bottling things up like that, but then the nozzle would get clogged, so it was a whole adventure, a whole experience. So that's how we started initially, and then once we started doing pop-ups, that was when we were kind of getting customers outside of our friends, and we're like, okay, it's time to get
level up.
Time to level up, get a commercial kitchen, and things started opening up more too, because it was during COVID time. So when things started opening up a little bit more, that was when we were like, okay, so how do we know now that like people that aren't just our friends and family are liking this. So what's the next steps? Like, what can we do to really make this a thing? And again, our dad's always been about family business. And so it was just something that kind of happened naturally. It was like, okay, we're all going to work together.
How is it working together?
Where's the camera? Where's the camera? The truth is.
Yeah. The truth behind.
The truth.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, I'm sure there's like amazing moments, and there's like also moments of
It's so
stress
fun.
and
I mean,
sometimes
annoyance.
we box each other out.
Yeah.
And sometimes we love each other.
Yeah.
But it's challenging, but you know, we grew up together. We know each other best. We, you know,
Strengths and weaknesses.
we know
best,
exactly.
yeah.
And I think that's so important is to understand people's strengths and weaknesses and like know that we're a team.
Yeah.
And like just like
And
working
tell
together.
each other just stick in your lane.
Yeah. Literally.
Stay in your lane.
I think that's the fun part too. Is like, I mean, fun part,
We do
and then
a
it gets
little
on your
voting thing,
nerves
too.
Oh yeah, we have a
We're
democracy.
like, okay, we have a democracy within the sister chat, and it's like, no, I didn't like the color of the logo, whatever. It's just like you throw it in the chat. Okay, 2 out of 3, you guys win. Cool. Sometimes it's 3 out of 3. Sometimes it's
One.
but you know, we get better with time. It's also like we are first generation like business owners. We are first generation, like this is our first time working in food. My background's in fashion and music. So like I can market and I can brand something, which, you know, thank God with all the help of our friends, we were able to get it to where it's at in terms of like visually and like packaging and all that. But the food aspect of it was so like foreign to us. And that is where probably our most challenging time is just like one, understanding it, building the foundation of the business, you know, because you got to get all your ducks in a row and all the stuff lined up, and then health stuff, and then, you know, just like all the things. And so it's been a lot of research, a lot of just like, you know, so grateful for like the community and the friends that are like so knowledgeable and just have been offering so many of their services and help and just insight and all that. So super grateful for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. It's challenging. You know, I personally wouldn't have it any other way.
I feel like you have something to say.
No, it's fun. It's
we just had a big fight, so not right now.
Like,
but like
blink twice if you need help. No,
we did have a moment recently, and I will say this: we were like, "It's over. Everyone's taking." It was dramatic, and then you know.
It's just like the sister memes that you see on the internet are 100% accurate. And at the end of the day, we're still like, we're able to yell at each other and then the next second be like, what do you want for dinner?
Yeah.
No, that's literally the dynamic.
It's like,
why did you do this?
Yeah.
And like, it's like,
do you want to go swimming?
And then you're like, wow, that was nice. It's all
Yeah.
fine now.
Yeah.
Hey, we got ice cream.
you took my shirt.
Yeah.
Me and Zarek used to live together when we were younger, and we literally got to a boiling point where we just despised each other so much.
Oh.
And we boxed in our garage. Put the gloves on.
We might need to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Because we live together. So we live together and we do El Chilito together.
Sorry,
so.
we forgot the most important like, the reason.
We live together in a one-bedroom apartment in our city.
We live
share a
together,
bed.
we work together, we have businesses together, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a different ball game.
Yeah. But we figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are friends. You guys
Yeah,
are sisters.
we're cool.
You guys got it down by now. I mean, it's interesting when you talk to people that run business together that are also like siblings or partners. And this is the first time where people like tell me like,
The tea.
the tea, you know what I mean? I was like, come on. You run a
yes,
business.
everything's so great.
Yeah, everything's the
No,
best ever.
I couldn't even say it with a straight face and say like, "Oh, everything's great."
Yeah.
But it's fun. We have fun. We try to make it fun, and even having our dad be a part of it is like, I think it helped heal so much within our relationships. It's just like, you're our friend now, you know. It kind of like in a very cool way. It's kind of like, oh, okay, we've
That's our bud.
Yeah, it's our bud. Like, yeah, he could have a few beers.
Yeah. He could get drunk at Ambitious House.
Yeah. You know what my favorite thing to make with this is breakfast. I just
a
like
popular one.
scrambled eggs and just cheese or queso fresco and a tortilla.
Wow. Yeah.
That's it.
Something about that combo is just so...
And or beans too added to it. Yeah.
Delicious.
That's one of my favorite breakfast.
I know. I love making a mean breakfast sandwich with it, but I'll do like a spicy mayo and then I'll just mix it on there.
This is how I make my breakfast sandwich, and it always includes hot sauce.
Hell yeah.
So I do
El
like
Chilito,
a
to be exact.
I do a over medium egg, and then I do like turkey. When I put the hot sauce on top of the egg with black pepper, then when I flip it, I flip it with the hot sauce on the fry part, so it kind of like caramelizes over the egg. And then I throw the turkey on top on the flat side of the egg, and then flip that back over.
Oh shoot!
Wow.
And then I put cheese on the egg part.
Yeah.
And then with bread, and then mayo.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to
Shit's
come
fire.
and film you do that one day, because
that's
for El
always been the
Chilito
way
content.
I've made a breakfast sandwich my like entire life.
That sounds
That's
so
technique, though. It's like...
Yeah, I just like that when the hot sauce just like sizzles over the egg.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yum. Do you toast the bread too? Okay.
Yeah.
Bomb.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So that's definitely good for this one, everybody. So you guys have any events coming up?
Oh yes, we have a few actually.
I know
this
the
month.
summer is pretty...
Yeah.
Summer jam.
Pretty
Oh, because then in the summer we do paletas too. So
Tell them about the paletas.
yeah, we do paletas with our friends. Sorry, we do paletas with our friends over at La Michoacana. La Michoacana snack bar off of Western. And they make the paletas, and they'll either mix in El Chilito with it, or they'll drizzle it on it, and it comes out so good. It's so delicious, and we have it ready for summertime. We'll do mango or lime, and then this year we're gonna be testing out some new flavors. They always do fresh cut fruit in it too, which is even more like
Oh my God.
yeah, and it's so cute.
Right
Their whole story really resonates with us too, because our friend Josue, he works with his dad and his mom, and he was just telling me a story about, he's like, yeah, I'll check the security cam sometimes, and you'll just see him like carefully putting in the fruit onto it, because it's so cute. Wow. It's so cute. Like, it's perfectly cut fruit that is just like placed on the paletas. It makes me so excited.
Makes me want a paleta.
Yeah. But yeah, we're doing Good Boy Wine and Friends July 13th. And then
I saw a lot of friends on that bill.
I know.
Yeah.
That sounds... I'm excited about that. Get drunk. No, I'm just kidding. Drink some fine wine and eat some delicious food.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we have a really cute shirt collab dropping that day with Taco Sincere.
Taco Sincero.
Taco Sincero.
Yeah.
What is Taco
So
Sincero?
our friend, I actually met him when I was up in the Bay, and he does Chino Latino tacos, which I love that. That's like his thing. But yeah, his food's amazing. He does tacos, tostadas, and he fuses all of the flavors from around the world, because he's a big world traveler too. So he's gone to so many different countries and is always finding flavors to mix in with different palettes and just blending it together. And it's so delicious. But we're teaming up with him for Good Boy Wine and Friends. And
is he making a special dish?
Yeah, he
Do you know
is.
what it is? Or is it like a secret?
It's a secret.
Damn.
You can
Sprinkle in a little.
I'll have to look at my phone.
All right. Yeah.
I was trying to play it off.
You're like,
The people want to know.
The people want to know.
Yeah, the people want to know.
And then Sunday we have a pop-up as well.
Yeah.
Which will be at Carla's Market, and it's with our friend Camila. She's a chef. The guys from Aguas Locas, and our friend Olea DJing. So it's kind of just like nice little summer block party. Again. The friends coming together and just having a good time. All the friends with
talents.
Yeah, everyone's like, I mean, it's summer, right?
Yeah.
We call it the summer pop out because, you know, shout out to Kendrick.
Hell yeah. Just drop on 4th of July.
Yeah. It's kind of like, all right, here we come.
Yeah,
coming
exactly.
Right after you.
Exactly. And then you guys will be with Got Your Back in August. Yeah, I was like,
literally
I don't
next
even know.
month.
Packed.
Yeah.
And then
Heido's anniversary. Hamburger's nice next month. Can't wait to celebrate that.
Yeah,
I'll be there because I did not book anything on that day because I'm smart. So I get to go to it.
I get to enjoy it.
Exactly.
I literally texted Heido because I was like, wait, because I remember that happened last year. Oh, okay,
did this on purpose so we can go to it or not have the same event on the same day.
Yeah.
Nice. I was like, I want to go.
You have,
It's so much fun. It's always so
Zarek
much fun.
will be there. He'll be pouring beers.
Oh, yeah. I know. I remember.
You guys should do a live broadcast from here.
Yeah, it's so crowded. Get trampled.
Get all the...
I'll be in the bathroom.
all the BTS.
Yeah, exactly. So that's all the time we have for today. It was really fun to have you guys here.
Well, thank you for having us.
Everyone should literally go buy a bottle.
Yes, please.
We're at local markets.
Local markets online.
Sala if you're in Long Beach. Sala Coffee and Wine.
And check out Kids of Immigrants too online.
Yes.
They have really cool merch, really cool shirts. And you know, if you're a kid of an immigrant, support.
Or not.
Yeah.
You just believe in the in the brand and the mission.
Yeah. Check them out, and we'll catch you guys next time on Linecheck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a great summer. See them at all their pop-ups.
Come to our pop-ups.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.